All right, so once we've got our bird stop all wrapped around our hip corners and installed, we're gonna go ahead and get our hip battens going. We can use our EBS with pucks down. Go ahead and fasten through each puck. Or you can do a 1x2 and a 2x2 to get that height. Then we want to go ahead and center two of our 2x2s. We're going to go 5 inches from outside to outside, 5 inches outside to outside, and make sure these are straight because this is what our cap will be following. Alright, so once we get our fill panels in, we go ahead and be ready to measure our hip panels. We're going to measure from that profile, okay, on the side there, and we'll have 2 measurements per panel. So you can see I'm going to have a bottom measurement coming in here and also a top measurement. So as we're measuring those, we'll come back, and once we get that measurement, we're going to go ahead and write that down. And we'll continue doing that every course going from the eave to the ridge. Alright, so once we get all our measurements for our hip, we'll come down the ground, we'll go ahead and mark, cut and bend those. So we're going to find that same profile that we measured from, and we'll put our 2 measurements on the panel. Then we can create a cut line and a bend line. So just using a simple 2x2, we can go ahead and do that cut line and mark my bend line as well. Then we'll take it over to our cutter. Into our bender. This is the hip will fold up. As you can see there. And then once we get those all cut and bent, we'll have our pile in order from the eave to the ridge, hand that up, ready for install. Once we get our stack of our hip panels all cut and bent, they'll be in order from eave to ridge. We'll go ahead and bring that pile up and just start installing those as normal. Getting our fasteners down through the bottom. And through the top. And we'll just come back with our next panel on our stack. Just continuing up to the ridge.